Hello friends, welcome to our new video. Let's try to solve the today's problem. The today's problem is concatenated square. Okay, before that, if you are watching our video for the first time or if you did not subscribe to our channel yet, then please go and subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon as well so that you can get the notifications of our new videos. Okay, so let's see the problem statement. Okay, here you can see that we have given a problem statement. The problem statement is Alexa found two positive integers, okay, which is a and b, okay, and we have to determine whether the concatenation of a and b in this order is a square number. Okay, so in the input we have given the two numbers, okay, and what we have to do in this, we have to check that if the concatenation of a and b in this order, okay, is a square number, okay, then we have to print yes, otherwise we have to print no. Okay, so uh, in this problem, what we have to do, we have given the two numbers, that is a and b, and we have to check that if the concatenation of these two numbers is is a square of any number or not. Okay, so uh, that means, let's suppose we have given the two numbers, let's say a and b. Okay, so we have given 1 and 2 ones. These are the two numbers. So what we can do, we have to do the concatenation of these two numbers first. So uh, we'll do the concatenation. So the result of this concatenation is 1 to 1. Okay, so now what we can do after concatenating these two numbers, we have to check that if this 1 to 1 is a square of any number or not. Okay, so if we check that 121 is a square of 11. Okay, so that means this can produce, the concatenation of these two numbers can produce these number are square of 11. Okay, so in this case we have to print yes. Okay, so this is the problem statement which we have given. Okay, so let's take one more example. Let's say we have given one number, that is 1, and let's say 1 and let's say 1 and 44. Okay, these are the two numbers. So what we can do, we have to do the concatenation of these two numbers first. Okay, so concatenation. Yeah. And the concatenation of these two numbers is 1, 4 and 4. Okay, now we have to check that if this 1, 4, 4 is a square of any number or not. So if we can find the square root of this 144, we can find that it is a square of 12. Okay, so in this case as well, we can print yes. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Okay, now first I will remove this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here you can see that we have given some sample input. This is, we have already seen the number is 144. Okay, so we have to print yes in this case. Okay, now let's see for this sample input. So the concatenation of these two numbers, 100 and 100, is 100, 100. Okay, now we have to check that if this number is a square of any number or not. Okay, so after finding the square root of this number, we can get the number 316 point something. So that means this is not a square root of any number. So in such cases, we have to print no. Okay, so this will be the output for this sample input. Okay, and in this case as well, we can check that first. We have to concatenate these two numbers. So the concatenation of 12 10 is 12 10. Okay, so if we can find the square root of 12 10, we can get 34.78 something. Okay, so this is also not square root of any number, so in this case as well we can print no. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Now let's try to write the code for this problem. Okay, before that, let's try to understand how we can write the logic for this code. Okay, so first what we can do, we have to concatenate these two integers. Okay, so for that, what we can do, we have to take these two integers as an input in string format. Okay, so first we'll take the two numbers in string format, A and B. Okay, after that, what we can do, we'll find, mm, we have to do the concatenation of these two numbers. So what we can do here, uh, we can do the concatenation like A plus B. Okay, and here we have to convert this string into integer now. Okay, so for that, what I can do, I can use integer dot parseInt, integer dot parseInt, and inside this I can do the concatenation of these two numbers. Okay, and I can store it in a some variable. uh, let's say you can give the any name, okay, for this variable. Okay, and after that, what you can do, after doing the concatenation, then we have to find the square root of this number. So we can use math dot square root function. Okay, and inside this, what we can do, we have to find the square root of this concatenated number. So let's say we have stored it in an answer variable, so we have to find the square root of answer. Okay, and we can store it in, let's say, some variable. Let's say we can give the name root. Okay, and then what we can do, we have to check that if this root into root is equals to answer. Okay, if these are the true, then we can print yes. That means uh, the number is a square root of number. So, and in the else, we can print no. Okay, so we are going to use this logic to solve this problem. Okay, so now let's try to write the code. First, I will remove this. Okay, so now here we'll take the input scanner sc equals to new scanner, then system dot in. Okay, then we have to take the two numbers. Let's say we are going to take the two numbers in a string format. So let's say string a equals to sc dot next, then string b equals to sc dot next. Okay, these are the two numbers. Now what we can do, we have to do the concatenation of these two numbers. So let's say integer answer equals to uh, what we can do, I will use integer dot percent, and inside this I am going to do the concatenation of these two numbers a and b. Okay, now uh, what I can do, I will so now what we can do, we have to find the square root of this answer. Okay, so here what we can do, we'll write integer. Okay, let's say we can give the variable name, let's say result equals to uh, okay, so here what we can do, I am going to use math dot square root function. Inside this I will pass this answer. Okay, now what I can do, I have to check that if the this result into result is equals to answer or not. Okay, if this is equal, then simply I'm going to print yes. Okay, and else what we can do, I'm going to print no. In the else condition, simply I'm going to print no. Okay, so this is the uh, code. Now what I can do, I will try to run this. So I'll copy the input, let's paste it here, click on run, let's see whether it works or not. Okay, it gives some error. Okay, that is math dot square root answer. Compatible. Okay, okay. So mm, okay, here what I can do, I will write integer, that is typecasting. So now it should work. Let's see. For this output should be yes. Okay, you can see output is yes. Okay, so now let's see for the second sample input. We'll copy this input, click on run. For this output should be no. Let's see. Okay, you can see that output is no. Let's see for this third sample input. So I'll copy this input, click on run. Okay, for this out also output is should be no. Okay, you can see the output is no. Okay, so this is the code for this problem. Now what I can do, simply I will submit this code. Let's see whether all the test cases will pass or not. Okay, you can see that all the test cases has been passed. Okay, so this is the code for this problem. Okay, so that's it in this video. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. ओके, सो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.